what is poppin', what is good? This is your boy Brumal, and we are back. So, it's about like maybe just about an hour later. I had to take a quick break. I was watching a bunch of YouTube short videos of this podcast, of some funny moments, and I was like, oh yeah, I was meant to only take a 5-minute break, but it ended up being an hour break. So, let's go ahead and talk to all these families, and yeah, let's see what's going on. By the goddess. First an airliner goes missing, and now we've got a bunch of robberies. I wonder what will be next. The Cecilia resuming flights is about the only good thing that's happening. Although, as long as the international lines with the Empire don't reopen, we merchants can't reopen our businesses. That sucks. Oops. Alright. When I went to open the window and let in some fresh air, there was some Max man staring right at me. Crap, we missed that whole entire thing because I accidentally ran through it by mistake. That's my fault, guys. Anyways. Oh, there were some robberies around here yesterday. It seems like my mom saw the culprits too. The army was asking about it until just a little while ago. So I'm actually in that part where I'm stuck right now. I can't leave without talking to people. Because yeah, Cheryl's like, oh yeah, we gotta investigate, da-da-da. I'm like, alright, let's go investigate. So we gotta talk to these people. And then we gotta do more dialogue again. Well, now we got robberies running amok in the city. I swear, what happened to... Oh, we already read this part. No one was talking to her. Oh dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not too long ago? Oh, right. We did come before. Did we? I don't remember walking through this house. Anyways, I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So, what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is it a good time for you? Yeah. This is as good as any time. Or good as time, whatever. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard the noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of an Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Does that sentence make sense to you guys? Although it turned out the robbers were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see. So it was the Sky Bandits, huh? So what you're saying then is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind. Yes, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Cecile raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? Oh, I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday, he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. Well, he probably stayed at the Valerie Inn. I think that's what it's called. So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident. That's exactly what I'm saying. And when the good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey. I'm home. What a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man. My goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone is being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just walk off to do what he likes at a time like this. Huh? Well, what do you mean by at a time like this? Maybe we should explain, or maybe I should explain. We told him exactly what happened last night, and how his wife doesn't respect him. Robberies by sky bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got the experience, the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you just say? Like, what did you say? Anyways, let's all calm down now, shall we? But to think these sky bandits came in the night and did... Well, what? Came in the night like they did, and then just disappeared like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with the same... Crap. My thumb accidentally hit A. What do you mean? Oh, right. You don't know him. He's my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down at the lakeshore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place overnight. A strange bunch? Now, this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure. I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around about the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed at the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. Alright, so was there any type of robberies at the inn? No, nothing of any sort in fact. It's quiet there. The meals are great and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. I do like fishing. Though there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially liked the one that described the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. Although, I did find the fishing part rather interesting. Unfortunately, there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the sky bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of this series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army, or the sky bandits are really a clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see. So what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Veralia Lake. Extolled in many a rhyme as a pearl and libero. But we're not going to do that because new dialogue has occurred. So yeah, that, and I also need to work on ordnance and all that other crap. My account ledgers were confiscated by the army. This is bad, really bad. Now, hold on. Maybe I'm not in as much trouble as I previously thought. Thankfully, those sky bandits took off with one that could have gotten me in the most trouble. I don't know where that yawn came from, but since I'm right here, let's go ahead and open up. Let's see if I have enough to open up Olivier's glass slot. And I do not. We got to get some fire sepith, so I will definitely be doing that off screen. My boss seems to be more on edge than I've ever seen him before. I wonder if it's the shock from being robbed like that again. I'm only interested in pursuing my own creative interests. So long as there is an environment for me to do that, I could care less about anything else. Yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna talk to these. I had a very important ring taken by them. I don't care if it's the army or the Bracers Guild. I just want to see the burglars caught. If these sky bandits are on the loose, I don't think I can live without being in fear every day. So she's definitely the lady that gave us the request, but it's not like we can do anything about it because it's not like triggering anything. I wonder if my dad will come home soon. My mom looks really upset about something. So I wonder if she lost her wedding ring, or if they took her wedding ring. I mean, I know some people take their wedding rings off, but I wonder if the army found the crooks that did this to my shop. I sure hope they catch the crooks, no matter what they've have to do to them. As it stands, I'm seething with anger over what happened. Well, I don't know what to say, buddy. I did not mean to leave. Because we are not leaving until probably the next part, most likely. Why do I keep going to the north block? Crap. We still got other people we need to talk to. Mirano had an errand and went to the mayor's residence. The mayor and Mirano have actually been good friends for as long as anyone can remember. I know my husband is always out and about, but not having him around makes me feel a little insecure. Please come home safely. Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry about it. We'll find him. And our pops, too. But still, I feel like I'm going insane without Trino being here in Bose. We've been fighting since we were kids, so it's weird not having him around. And though he's a busy rival, we seem to have this strange sense of solidarity. I can't pronounce that word. Oops. I'm actually pretty proud of the fact that the two of us have built up trade like we have in Bose. Although I'm sure if he heard this, he'd laugh off the notion. I really hope the city will settle down soon. The stock market's cooling down, and at this rate, I'm gonna show a big deficit this month on my financial report. And just when I had beaten out the Trinos last month, too. Oh. I wonder when I should tell my parents about wanting to enter the Royal Academy. Unfortunately, right now doesn't seem to be a good time. I mean, he could go to the Royal Academy and learn a bit of trade there. You know? No, we don't know. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, we talked to her, I think. I thought we talked to her, did we? Oh my gosh, okay. I've seen it before. I wonder if they should break a lot. Alright. So long as the environment for me to do that, I couldn't care less. Oh, yeah, we already read hers. I wasn't sure if we read hers or not. And then who lived over here? Yep. So we talked to everyone in the South Market. Or South Block, I mean, so let's go here. Alright, people are saying that the missing airliner is in the work of the Sky Bandits. And on top of that, I heard they demanded a ransom from the royal family? What an outrageous bunch. I'm looking for a part-time job now so that we can eat at the Aunt Rose again. I guess the Bose Market is probably the best place to look. I'm gonna get a part-time job too. I can work like nobody's business if it means I get to eat at the delicious food again. Sure, I guess. We just surrounded this old man. Anyways. There's a place called the Nebel Valley in the northeast Bose region. We've been there before. It's a place where the fog never clears throughout the entire year. Given its complex geography of mountains and valleys, it's quite the strange spectacle to get a look at. Yeah, we've already talked to them. Let's block the street. Mina? Isn't there anything you want to be in the future? Sure there is. Really? What is it? Do you really want to know? Of course I do. A wife who's filthy rich. Oh, gosh. Well, buddy, better get that market. Or yeah, better get that, what's it called? And she said she was going to help you too, so there it is. She wants to make you rich, and she wants to be your wife. Granted, these are children we're talking about, and children don't know what they want. Most people don't even know what they want until their 30s, so there's that. But anyways, there's really not much good to talk about these days. Maybe I'll go, maybe I'll go shopping to keep my mind off the depressing news. All right, let's move on to the church. Oh, Lila is here. The mayor has been working into the night day after day. And now she has the robberies to deal with. I have to go look out for her health. There we go. Well, there seems to have been a wave of incidents occurring lately. Maybe I should raise my voice to the heavens on the behalf of the citizens. O Lady Dios who art in heaven, please bestow the blessings and thy guidance upon these souls. Alright, what else we got? It's unbelievable to think that normal homes were robbed too. Maybe I should go visit the victims of the incidents later on. Maybe. I mean, they're just worldly possessions. It's not like, most of them can be replaced, but I understand some of them may have sentimental value. Lots of bad things these days. Wonder if we should hire some protection for around the restaurant. If anything should happen to one of our customers, we'd be in serious trouble. Did we touch the piano? Okay, I thought we did. But I guess we can't. My stay here has been unexpectedly prolonged by delays from the airship incidents. But when in Rome, which I didn't think they had Rome in this world, but I get it. When in Rome, right? I fully intend to enjoy my forced vacation time. When I first came here from the capital, I traversed Veralia Lake. During that voyage, I saw quite charming looking inn along its banks. And ever since, I wanted to spend a night there, if only I could remember its name. The Lakeshore? I always think of days long past whenever I visit the Beau's Market. Every time I go, it seems like another son or daughter has inherited the family business. The shopkeepers just keep getting younger. It's quite heartening to see. Oops. I've been commissioned by the head chef. I'm to go to the Beau's Market after closing to purchase the necessary ingredients for tomorrow. Cool. Guess it's just not my nature. Well, fine. Then how about at this price? Is that better? That's not a bad price per se. They finally came to an understanding. So here I am again, eating at this restaurant like always. I feel like that man on the other end is making eyes at me. Man at the other end. Now that the airships are running again, I'll finally be able to get my wine shipments delivered. The items were on the order list, yet due to the embargo, we run out here at Auntie Rose, and that simply won't do. Gwen's got high hopes. She may yet carve a true niche for herself here at the Auntie Rose. That's the impression I'm getting anyways. The head chef actually let me make the soup recently. First time since I came here. I kept making and remaking it over and over. And all that time, he stayed by my side. Well, that's good. Alright, we're done in here. Next we can go in here, and I believe Annalise is gone. I looked ahead to find out where Annalise has moved into, or where she has moved to, but it's gonna be a bit till we get to that particular part. I hear that the Lindy is still out of commission. Though it may be a big detour, I wonder if taking the Cecilia to the royal city is the fastest way to get there. Probably. The Cecilia just departed for Rouen. Or, wow, that's a dude's voice. Anyways. Now, all that's left is to get the Lindy up and running again. It appears that it was found intact, but it seems it was still under the Army's supervision. Flights are expected to resume once it's returned to the Orbital Ship Corporation. I remember there was an NPC that was up here, but... Though none have arrived just yet, this is a stop for Imperial merchant ships. They mainly come with goods to be sold at the Bose Market, and for that reason, there are two runaways at the landing port. About the only other place with the runways is the Royal City in Gransel. Okay. Let's see. And then next is the inn. I know there's still some serious stuff going down outside, but everything seems fine and dandy in here. It's all thanks to the manager's policy. Take it easy, because this here is a place to unwind. Things get a little boring sometimes as a result, but hey, I'd rather be in here than out there. I guess so. The last man to ever have seen an ancient dragon is from Bose. That's why I've come here. I suppose the first order of business is always to speak with the locals and see what answers can be found. Didn't Shara say something similar to that too? When investigating, in her in a more recent part. We live in lawless times. It seems the violent incidents just keep coming, one right after the other. All right. I wish it all just stop and let me live in peace. No, we don't get to live in peace out here, fam. They actually sent someone to question me about it a little while ago. He asked all about my workshop's finances. Almost read that as fiance. Guess old Nigel was cooking the books. I don't really remember where Nigel was at. I understand what my young employees are trying to say, but it appears that I'm old and stuck in my ways. Times sure have changed. Alright. I'm here to work for myself and not for the hotel. The manager says that we should act only after considering the effects of our actions on the hotel as a whole. I mean, you should do that just in life in general. Anyways, act before you or think before you act, I should say. But maybe no, did I get that wrong? What she was trying to say? Whatever, I don't care anymore. This is a video game. Who cares? Anyways, but worrying about the entire hotel is supposed to be the manager's job, right? And besides, I'm not here to be an apprentice. Am I wrong for thinking this way? I mean, if you think it's wrong, then you're wrong. Well, no, because that's not true. Regardless, the city of Bose was destroyed and occupied by the Empire in the 10 Years' War. Or the war 10 years ago. I said 10 Years' War. What am I talking about? It was a 100-day war. However, Mayor Maybell's father, in other words, the previous mayor, took the helm and made extensive efforts to rebuild the city with the help of other merchants like himself. For merchants who generally only care about making a few quick mirror, this was the first time in history that so many came together like this. It seems as though it was at this time that Mayor Maybell made the decision to follow in her father's footsteps. Cool. There's our maid. Mayor Maybell looks really busy. I hope the incident will be resolved sooner rather than later. After things settle down and we have some free time, Lila and I have promised to go shopping together. Oh, cool. And we saw Lila's at the church. Maybell should be here with, Mirano? Yep. According to Mayor Maybell, the missing airliner appears to be at the work of the Sky Bandits. If it's a ransom that they're after, then it's probably a pretty safe bet that my father is still alive. I hope my mother won't be so worried about him after hearing this. Mirano was just asking about the situation at the Bose Market. It appears the effects of the missing airliner incident are are farther, are farther reaching than I had imagined. And the look on your faces tell me that you found something. Oh, you can really tell by looking at our faces. Well, we didn't get anything for certain, but we did manage to gather a little information. Alright. We should be able to give you some sort of report in the near future. We must be swinging at... Well, we might be swinging at an empty air on this one. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My voice is starting to get a little bit tired of reading. That's why I really can't do too many episodes like these. And, like, going back, like, doing, like, back-to-back episodes, like, reading dialogue kind of sucks. But, hey. But, I'd like you to hold on just a little longer while we'll see what. Sure. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you come up with. But whatever you do, please be careful. Alright. And then next is the Bose Market. Marco. I decided to stay in Bose until I start doing business again with the Orbital factory that was robbed. And that's because the ornaments in Libero are really that fascinating. Then again, all I've done is wait since I've arrived here in Libero. Oh well, patience is virtue for merchants at any cost. I guess I'll just take my sweet time and wait till things to blow over. The shop sure has gotten popular quickly. I thought this might happen. It's because the girl here is working so hard. Guess what? Customers have really started pouring in and the business was picking up. I'm sure my fiancé is going to be happy when he hears about this. I hope he'll come back soon. Probably. My supply of goods is finally back to normal. So now I'm thinking about using this opportunity to expand my selection. I'm not the type to pass on potential profits when they come knocking on the door. Did you get any new things? Nope. I came here to buy the next chapter of the novel series I've been reading, but it's still not in yet. And once I read the book, I almost never read it again. Anyways, I'm done with this one, so you can have it. And we got Carnelia Chapter 4, everyone. We'll go ahead and read that at the end of after talking to all these people. The lady who owns the shop recruited me to work here not that long ago. I wonder if she hired me because I was always putting my thoughts about her merchandise. My parents don't like me coming here, but I just love the atmosphere of this place. So much, in fact, that I just can't help sneaking off to come here. It's just so boring sitting around the house. I'd rather be at the market any day. It would be nice if he, heard about, if he worried about us, for once and showed his mug around here. I mean, he does worry. We talked to him. He does worry about you. Sometimes he can be a real jerk. I wonder why I chose him to begin with. Well, you chose him, so that's all. I mean, that's on you. Anyways, I'm pretty sure my father had his reasons for returning to the village. The reason being, he was the one who was looking forward to opening the shop the most. Alright. I heard they make all kinds of porcelain in the countries to the east of the Republic. I'm sorry. No, I wonder if they mean east of the Republic or just east in the Republic. Because as of right now, there is no game that takes place in the Calvert Republic. Yeah, there's no, from my knowledge, there's no game that takes place in the Republic. There is a current one called Kura no Kaseki, which the no Kaseki parts I believe stands for the Legend of Heroes series or whatever. Because this one is called like Sora no Kaseki, Trails in the Sky. Something like that. And then I think the Trails of Cold Steel series is called Sen no Kaseki. I think I may be wrong. I don't know Japanese, guys. I barely know it. I know how to count from 1 to 99,999, and I know how to say hello, my name is yeah. The latest one, which is Kura no Kaseki, I believe that one takes place in Calvard, but I'm not sure because I can't read Japanese. So, and plus, the only thing I looked at were character models that they showed in the trailer when it first came out. So it was just like, oh, okay. And that's all I looked at. The game looks amazing too, by the way. Or at least the character models look amazing. And what they showed us in the, the trailer and all that. But other than that, yeah, I have no idea where it takes place. I didn't bother looking at anything else. I know some people made English translation playthroughs of the game, but I'm not doing that. Now, if it was one of those things where it's just like, oh, this game will never be ported to the West, then I'd probably look at it. But if it's getting ported to the West, so I'm not worried about it. But we won't get to that game until like maybe another 2 years or so, to be honest with you. Because we're still waiting on games number 4, which comes out, I believe, next month, and game number 5, which I believe comes out next year, before we can even touch the Cold Steel series, because Cold Steel series starts as game number 6. But I'm gonna do something different for game 4 and game 6, because those games take place at the same time. So I'm gonna do something for that. But yeah, my shop has been gradually getting busier and busier. I've been thinking about hiring somebody, but I always enjoy connecting with the customers face to face. That's kind of what's got me hung up about hiring anyone else. Today I came shopping with a coupon. How to buy quality goods for cheap. That's one of my passions in life. Alright, now's the time to shop like a budget-minded housewife. She reminds me of my mother. My mother has coupons on deck. You know, maybe we should take turns at home thinking about what to do for side dishes too. Or better yet, maybe it would be best to decide on what to do about side dishes every other day of the week. Yeah, meal prep. That's always good. I can go shopping all by myself now. Aren't you proud of me? But I still haven't bought anything besides cabbage yet. Well, at least she got over that fear of talking to people, because she said going shopping makes her nervous to talk to strangers. So yeah. Missing airliner and now a string of burglaries. Alright. There sure is a lot of disturbing news these days. But luckily for us, Mayor Maybell runs this city. I'm sure she'll do something about it. The barricades on the roads have been lifted. And though it's only westward bound airliner, flights have resumed. Businesses are starting to pick up here again. Alright then, now it's time to get down to work. Alright everyone. So, like I said, Annalise has moved, right? But where was she? Well, I'll get there. Yeah, I will see her. You guys will see her in just a sec. I just have to get there. So yeah, dudes, I'll see you guys later. And dudettes, I guess. Girls, ladies, men. Alright guys, so I made it all the way to the Crony Pass. We've been here before, but we've never been inside the building. If you guys don't remember what that was the side quest that old man had asked us to escort him all the way over here, only to be picked up by another junior bracer. So yeah, we're in that area. But yeah. With the Borders Garrison investigation carrying on this long, I'm sure they're tired. I hope they'll find some new leads soon. Well, since we're here, we might as well talk to all the NPCs here, only because this is where Annalise is. It appears that the Border Garrison has requested reinforcements from the headquarters. It looks like the general is planning to make his move sometime in the near future. In there. Talk to this guy. No matter how experienced of a traveler you are, you shouldn't be hiking around a place like this at night. The trail is steep, and there are lots of monsters out there. That reminds me, as strange as it sounds, we've seen a lot of organized packs of monsters recently. I've never seen anything like it up until now. And here is my beloved Annalise. Well, if it isn't Annalise, Sherazard! So, how is your investigation coming along? Have you made any progress? In a sense, I guess. And that's it. Oh, one more thing, Sherazard. The region has become really dangerous recently. Make sure to be careful. So yeah, I mean that was all. But hey, I like seeing Annalise. Like, look at her portrait. Like, you can't tell me she's not adorable. Look at her portrait. You can't tell me. Anyways, but with all that being done, now we are going to go ahead and look at our latest book that we've got. If I can find said book, here we go. The Carnelia, Chapter 4. So, Sister Carnelia, or Human Fodder, that's the name of this chapter. Sister Carnelia spoke to me in a tender tone as she sent a wave of immense pain rushing through the whole of my right hand. I won't have any trouble out of you. Now, will I, Toby? She asked. Far from eyes just brimming with tears, I nodded my head in consent as the salty streams of water ran down my face. Satisfied with my answer, this mouse is in the way. She loosened her grip, and I felt the pain vanish as it had all been some sort of an illusion. With a wry smile, she further added, "Don't get me wrong, Toby. I've been sent here to protect you by the goddess herself." This is what she said while instructing me to keep my eyes focused on what lie beyond the window glass. Yet, there was something about the way she pronounced the last syllable of my name that really rubbed me the wrong way. Little by little, the line passengers slowly began to flow out of the train car. Prodded by Sister Carnelia, I inched forward. Alright, we're Gucci. While keeping my gaze on the platform through the passenger car window, down the stairs which led to the front ticket gate were the figures of those men from earlier this morning. The 3 thug-like passengers who had been loitering near the large horse head emblem of tile at the Imperial Station. A muffled laugh echoed from her throat as she too noticed them. "Well, isn't this a warm reception party you've got going on?" Cocking my head, I quietly pleaded, "Give me back my ornament." Sister Carnelia said nothing. Members of the crew bid us farewell as we stepped through the exit to disembark the train onto the lead colored platform below. I'm sorry. Angrily, I thought to myself, "Dang it. What's wrong with these fools? Can't they see what's going on?" I shut my eyes halfway to protect them from the drizzle weeping against my face. And I unhurriedly descended the wet set of stairs. A half pace at a time, Sister Carnelia moved along behind me at precisely the same length of stride. Below, the group of thugs waited. Expectingly at the bottom of the stairs, waited for me, no doubt. Contemplating the rate at which I was going, I ultimately believed it was only a matter of time before I would be handed over to the enigmatic group. I caught sight of their sour faces as the distance between us grew smaller, and felt the heat of my left hand tightly gripping my bag grow in intensity until my palm began to sweat profusely. Hitting the midway point of the stairs, Sister Carnelia suddenly whispered in my ear, "Keep your eyes on the ground, Toby." I did as I was told and cast my gaze upon the tips of my boots, stained to the darker shade by the rainwater. Then, right at that moment, I let out my breath. I felt a deep sense of pressure just below my shoulder blade as I was forcibly shoved forward. Droplets fell from my saturated fingers, and my world turned upside down as I tumbled down the stairs and slammed back first into the group of hoodlums with a muffled crunch. I felt the painful sensation in my ribs crumple under the weight of my body, and then return to normal from a severely compressed state. two of the seemingly military men who were hit as I toppled down the stairs, like an avalanche unleashed on a pair of young saplings, absorbed the transfer of force and were thrown into a large puddle collecting on the ground nearby. Shrieks erupted from startled passengers nearby, more shrill than the high-pitched sound of the railway, brakes from the decelerating locomotive. As my world spun wildly about me, I lay there, the chill of my tiles seeping into my back. With a concerted, with a concerted effort, I rolled my eyes to the left, where my arm remained in an outstretched state. By some act of the goddess, I had managed to keep my tight 5-finger grip on my bag I had been carrying. In an effort to get up, I slid into a prostrate position. I don't know what kind of position that is. Keeping my chin in contact with the ground. Making a low visual sweep of the vicinity as if my life depended on it, I noticed the military-like physiques of the men had vanished from view. The only figure I saw standing above me now on the platform was that Sister Carnelia. And on her shoulder, as if she were merely hefting a sack of grain, was one of the men. Turning in the direction where the train sat in its motionless state, she lobbed the unfortunate man down into the set of the empty rail tracks below. And by this time, I had risen to one knee while keeping the other planted firmly on the ground in a half-standing position. The world in front of me was still swaying, undulating, I don't know how to pronounce that word, in my wavering eyesight. My head slowly rocked back and forth with it as the double vision of Sister Carnelia's boots approached me. Then, with a strong grip, she tugged on my hand. For some strange reason or another, when she did this, I failed to notice the unpleasant feeling that her hand wrapped tightly around mine brought. "Let's go, Toby," she instructed in an authoritative voice. Nearly dragging me, she pulled me to my feet, and before long, we were hightailing it out of there. The onlookers made quite the commotion as they moved hastily out of the way in a determined attempt to not get caught up in the middle of our flight path. The bag in my left hand swung helplessly, knocking against my thigh. After clearing the ticket gate, Sister Carnelia finally let go of my hand, but a sickening, slippery sensation came with it. Looking over at her, I realized that the stomach-churning, slimy feeling on my hand had come from the bright red blood that stained both of hers. I peered back over my shoulder in the direction of the platforms as I continued to run. But the figures of those 3 men who have been waiting for me at the station were nowhere to be found. All right. Stuff is getting interesting, right? Well, we still got a ways to go before we actually finish the Carnelia in this case. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of this chapter. And I got a lot of stuff that I need to do, mainly getting Olivier's ornament back up. But when we come back, we will go visit the Veralia Inn. I have more, and I just have more stuff to do. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.